Hello, YouTubers. Angela Logan, Everyday Shenanigans. Welcome to the High 10. Hello, hello, hello. I'm feeling pretty good, feeling pretty spunky myself. And it is Friday, November 8th, 2019. Thanks for joining me. Warm greetings from the High 10. I'm going to do something a little different tonight. I'm going to give shout outs because you all have been so loyal and giving me compliments and being so nice and giving me your 411 and everything. So baby, I'm going to give you shout outs tonight, okay? To let you know I appreciate your commentary. So this is for those of you who have been giving commentary on the Camille McKinney case, and it goes something like this. Chicago Love, you have a channel here on YouTube and you went live tonight. I want to thank you for that. Enjoyed watching you and your daughter talk and you going back and forth with your the panel of guests and people talking to you, through your comment section. Very interesting information. But I will say I'm thinking about that outfit in the bag. I'm trying to still digest that a little bit because that's like very creepy. I'm going to have to rewatch that live because that just, I don't know what was going on with that. But anyway, very interesting. Very interesting, Miss Chicago Love. But Beth Lewis, how are you? Where are you? Honey, it's chilly here in the High 10, but where are you, Miss Beth Lewis? Hope you're well. Here we go. Beth Lewis, Sherry Reedy, Kelly Cole, Melissa Costner, Grayson Lee, praying for you. I know you're not well. You're in the hospital. Hope everything is okay. Speedy recovery. God bless you. All right, Carly Jones, Tawan Collins, Myra Manuel. Woo! Low country. How low we talking? Memphis, baby. What? Jackson, Tennessee. How low we talking? Okay, how you doing? Good to hear from ya. Open Mind, Sandra R. LaQuinta Mintlow, Kelly in the house, No Hunter, Daisha Newsom, Angelique Wilson, Brooke Valentine, Tasha Walker, Margie Knight, Charlene Grant, Michelle Battersby, Kim Clark, Change is Here, sorry about that, Marquita Chamberlain, and Judy Grace. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. Love you to death. So glad to hear from you. And okay, waiting on Elvis. You know I'm going to always throw you in there too because you sure give it to me. You give some interesting commentary and you got a Queen's back, even though you don't know me, but you do take up for me for those heathens that like to join in and jump on like they know the Queen personally when they do not. Okay, so Judy Grace, I hope I mentioned you as well because I was kind of running those kind of fast. And for this Mr. Robert Cook that jumps on, oh gosh, you're such a buzzkill. This is a commentary channel, okay? This is where I give my opinion on what I hear and see in the world. And that's basically all it is. So some of you need to lighten up because really, you all are, some of you getting a little beside yourself on some of the comments, really, because once again, I don't claim to know any of the people that I talk about. It doesn't matter who it is. If it's R. Kelly, if it's Jussie Smollett, if it's Mickey Mouse. It's just me giving my opinion. And I always say that once you jump back on a column in, what's the word I'm looking for? In dispute of what is being said, that shows me you don't have anything to do. Because there are tons of people on YouTube, social media, Instagram, whatever. I'm not about to waste my time jumping on these people's pages and columns and channels and just keep jumping on saying stuff. I had one chick jumping on and it was like, wow, what is the problem? Why do you keep commenting? Okay, you don't like what I'm saying or you're in disagreement. Okay, cool. But you just go in the columns, you just going down. Last I checked, that was stalking. Yeah, I'm saying it because, why? That just tells me you have nothing to do with yourself because I don't do that. I'm not getting ready to just, just run somebody's comment page, whatever, and just keep, running like it's that serious. I understand sometimes, conversations can be heated, woo, but at some point you got to know when to say, you know what, I'm not going to say anything else. I've said what I had to say. That's enough. Because like I said, This is just a channel with my personal opinion. And I feel like some of you, if I was sitting up here cooking or sewing a quilt, you'd have something to say about that. Oh, Lord, she used the wrong color thread. Oh, my goodness, that ain't the way you're supposed to loop that. It'd be like, oh, my goodness. Bye, Felicia. Nobody cares. Seriously, nobody cares. Sometimes you got to know when to fold, when to just, move on. Get on somewhere. There's people who want to hear what I'm talking about. And if they get tired, they know how to log off. And I mean, y'all know how to get on, don't you? And get on to where you're trying to get to. But to a more serious matter, I came to give you all another update on Miss Aniah Blanchard. This story is deriving, probably this update is about 3 hours ago. I meant to bring it to you earlier, but I've been sidetracked doing so much and checking you guys' comments and talking to other noteworthy people around the country who have notified me through inbox and YouTube and on and this and that. And so, I got a little busy. I'm so sorry. But on a serious note, okay, this is an update in the Aniah Blanchard case, the young lady who was 19 years of age and she's still missing. There is a witness who saw Aniah Blanchard abducted from outside the Auburn store. The story reads as follows. If you need to verify this information, it is deriving from al.com. So, here we go. The abduction of Alabama college student Aniah Blanchard outside an Auburn convenience store was witnessed according to new court records made public Friday. Charging documents against 29-year-old Ibrahim Yazid said he was witnessed forcing Blanchard into a vehicle against her will and then leaving with her in the vehicle. Blanchard has not been located at this time. Yazid, formerly charged Thursday with first-degree kidnapping, was taken into custody late Thursday night by U.S. Marshals in Pensacola, Florida. It was through that arrest that the affidavit in the kidnapping case became available. Florida State Attorney Bill Edens told Al.com that Yazid had a hearing Friday. He indicated he wanted to waive extradition and go back to Alabama, and he said he'd like to make a phone call, Edens said. He said the judge told Yazid she had no objection to him making a phone call, but it wasn't immediately clear if he made that call and to whom it was made. According to the affidavit by Auburn Police Detective Josh Mixon, Blanchard was last seen by a family member the evening of October 23rd at a residence in the 1000 block of Allen Avenue in Auburn. The Southern Union College student from Homewood was officially reported missing Thursday, October 24th. She last communicated with a friend late on the night of October 23rd. Police said her vehicle was seen in the early morning hours of October 24th along South College Street. Aniah Blanchard, kidnapping suspect Ibrahim Yazid, captured by U.S. Marshals in Pensacola, Florida. Now, naturally, evidence was recovered inside of that vehicle, and it reads as follows. Auburn Police Captain Lorenza Dorsey said Blanchard's vehicle had been damaged sometime between the last time it was seen in Auburn and Friday night. The charging document obtained Friday said that blood evidence was discovered in the passenger's compartment of the vehicle and was indicative of someone suffering a life-threatening injury. That evidence was submitted to the Alabama Department of Forensic Sciences and confirmed to be that of Blanchard. Video evidence from the convenience store at 1599 South College Street placed both Blanchard and Yazid at the store during the same time. This was the last time she was seen, Mixon wrote. A witness later identified Yazid as the individual he saw forcing Blanchard into a vehicle against her will. Police late Thursday publicly identified Yazid as the suspect in Blanchard's disappearance and announced a warrant against him. In less than 8 hours, the U.S. Marshals had found and captured him. The Gulf Coast Regional Fugitive Task Force in Alabama sent a lead to its counterparts in Pensacola. The Florida Regional Fugitive Task Force, which located the suspect near I-10's Pine Forest Road exit. Yazid spotted the lawman and he fled on foot. Mercy, mercy. Naturally, they made verbal commands to Mr. Yazid, and he took off, but they apprehended him anyway. It also goes on to say, upon encountering Yazid, the marshals issued multiple verbal commands to which Yazid did not comply. According to a Friday statement from the U.S. Marshals, the task force members then had to physically remove him from his hiding spot. Interesting. Yazid, complaining of chest pains at the time of his arrest, was taken to a Pensacola hospital and then booked into the Escambia County Jail, where he remains held without bond pending extradition to Lee County. According to Florida court records, Yazid will make a court appearance via video on Saturday morning. I am relieved that we can finally obtain some answers and locate our daughter, said Blanchard's stepmother, Yeshiba Blanchard. I am prayerful that the Lord touches this young man's heart so he will be honest and truthful and tell the authorities where our daughter is located. These have been some long days and extremely sleepless nights, she said. I feel as if the Lord has heard our cries and the community's cries for help with finding our daughter. We are continuing to put our trust in God and pray that Chief Register and the APD with other law enforcement brings us Aniah and justice. Yazid was already awaiting trial in an unrelated kidnapping, robbery, and attempted murder in Montgomery that left a 77-year-old man near death. Auburn Police Chief Paul Register said there's a strong possibility at least one other person was involved in Blanchard's disappearance and more arrests are expected. He described public input as critical to the case. Obviously, our focus is, and has been since the beginning, finding Aniah, the chief said. It's about giving them, the family, some peace of mind. This is a family that's hurting, Register said. Regardless of the outcome, they want to know where their daughter is. Oh, wow. Man. This is, too much. So, if you need verification for this article that I just repeated to you, you can log on to al.com. My prayers are with the family. I'm praying that information will be revealed to the location of Miss Aniah Blanchard. As you see, a suspect has been captured in Florida. He will be going back to Alabama. Evidence found in the car linking to Miss Blanchard. Life-threatening injuries they are proclaiming. So, as you know, it has been 2 weeks. That is a terrible thing to imagine. And like I said, I never wanted to speculate on this case until I got some information, confirmation of someone related to this case. So now I will render my opinion on the said situation. As you see, the suspect has a criminal background. He was out on bond for kidnapping and assault, nearly beat a gentleman, almost an 80-year-old, to death. That is messed up. Messed up is not even the appropriate word to use. The courts failed this young lady and the general public by letting him bond out. He should have never had a bond. How do you let someone bond out on really what I would consider attempted murder? Because they're specifying the man was near death. He had no business on the street. And what type of person can walk around, just walk around as if they've done nothing? You know what I'm saying? You're walking around on bond for beating this guy, also with someone else that helped you beat him up, because I think another guy was also robbed at the same time. Another 40-year-old gentleman was with that 77-year-old gentleman. And then you bond out, and you just lollygagging around doing your thing, and now you're linked to this young lady at a convenience store. This is cruel. And what can you say to these people about their kid? Why you let this guy out? Sorry. What can you say to them? You can't say anything. You sorry? This is maddening to me, sickening to me. And it's sad to even have to repeat these situations on this channel. But this is life. These things happen. People are cruel. People are mean. And I tell people all the time, we as people, we take for granted just walking out the door. You just assume that no one will do anything to you. People are mean and vindictive out here. They are cruel out here. And it is really sad that the system, the judicial system, let this man bond out and walk around. He should have never had a bond. He should have never had a bond. And how is it that allegedly this incident with the other people took place in February of this year, and we're not even at February of 2020, and you've already been linked to now a kidnapping of a 19-year-old female? I mean, you got a bad spirit, bruh. You got a real bad spirit about yourself. Oh, mercy, mercy, mercy. And I think the baffling part of this story is now we know that there was an eyewitness, and they watched him put her in the car. So you wonder, when did they give notification to the police? I am curious about that. When did the person give notification that they saw this Yazzie put her into the vehicle, force her into the vehicle? Because, I always tell people, and as you've seen from the other case that we have discussed, the police gives their information as they see fit. So all the time you're sitting wondering, when you start hearing a little bit of this and a little bit of that, you're wondering, well, why I didn't hear this and what took so long about this? As you see, they have their timeline of when they will reveal information in a case, because naturally at the time when we had heard that she went missing and then a video surfaced, I mean, you now think back in hindsight, well, did they already have information about him at that time when they released the video? I don't know. But I will say this is a very sad situation, and the fact that they are saying that she had life-threatening injuries just from the amount of blood that was in the passenger seat of the car. I mean, it's like, wow, come on. You ain't have to do that to her. That's just foul. But as you see, I guess this person doesn't care, because they did it to an elderly man back in February. But what I am curious about is how her car got to Montgomery. My thing is, the first report was that the person left in a 2000, what was that? A Lincoln or whatever. So it's kind of like, well, can't drive two cars. So you had to have help. Auburn is not Montgomery. Her car was found in Montgomery, Alabama. So how did you get her car there to Montgomery? You drove her car. You made her drive. And that's what I thought was kind of weird once we got this information about the video and the a suspect now, and now an eyewitness. So now you have to use common sense to think that he had to have had help, because how did he get her car to Montgomery if he was seen in a automobile himself leaving, the convenience store? Woo, lots of questions. Well, all we can do is sit and wait and see what happens. But that is my update on Miss Aniah Blanchard. She is still missing. As I said, if you need verification of this article, please log on to owl.com, and sending prayers to her family that they'll get the resolution that they're looking for and get confirmation of her whereabouts. And I must say, I'm so leery at this point, because this, oh mercy, this does not sound good. This is, this don't sound good at all. Man, this is, woo, it's just like, wow, come on now. Why must it be another young lady that we have to spin a web about? But it just don't look good. I want to thank you guys for watching, subscribing, sharing. I really appreciate this, and I thank you so very much. And until the next video, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.